I got another member of the Spriggan 12. You know how powerful this guy is. His name's Bloodman. This guy showed up at the same time Nineheart did, and also um, Irene and also Arcade. They showed up, I think, on the in the Western Hemisphere or the no, they came from the East, I think. I don't remember, but they came up later, right? Um, he oh shit, he wiped out the members of Sabretooth, and then he put them on like he was basically making a show of it. He crucified all of them, and then was parading their bodies around on these crucifixes. Like we defeated, I defeated all these members of Sabretooth. Sting, Rogue, like all their heavy hitters. And Gagio got there and he was like, "Damn, I got here too late," and our allies, ended up paying for it. You know, so then he was ready to, fight against this guy. He was like, I don't use magic, I use curses. He's basically able to use like almost any kind of curse that you could think of, you know, just like the demons of Tartarus. So he's basically Aetherius, a demon. He was, fucking with, Black Steel Gagio because he has the anti magic particles, the Bane particles. Um, and he was like, Levy, you stay back, let me handle this shit. He was swimming around in like a pool of like skeletons and bones and shit. He was swimming around in this shit. Trying to get his hits off right. He had to go into the Iron Shadow Dragon Slayer for him to beat this guy. And even that wasn't enough. He had to. He basically pulled or Bloodman tried to pull Gajil into the depths of hell. And that's where he went. He just went there by himself, and that's how he basically lost to his own abilities. And Gaju, did the best he could to fight this guy off. But how powerful was this guy? His strength's at 94%, 90% for his speed, 95 for his durability, 92% for his 93% for his endurance, 90% for his intelligence, 93 for his experience, 95 for his close skills, 94 for his range skills, 93 for his recoup, and a 95 for his hacks. Overall power score is a 93.2 for Bloodman of the Spriggan 12. Be cool, call on the corner, and let me know what you think about Bloodman in the comments below.